zlatíčku moje, jak se máš? Jo? Tak to je fajn. Jinak teď jsem zapnul stream a jdu hrát novou hru, tak se můžeš koukat. Jo? Tak jo. Tak se hezký spínky. Ať si ti něco moc krásného zdá sluníčko, jo? Dobře, lásko, dobro, zítra si zavoláme. Dobře, papa. Tak hrajeme hororovku dneska. Hororovku vampíra.
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment, a righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more. so thirsty.
Nedělej to. Nedělej to.
My sweet brother. What have you done?
Mary! Oh, no. Mary! Hold on. Please, hold on. Oh, God. Oh, no. Mary. Mary. No. No.
A musí se uznat, že má stylový účes, ale...
This horror. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain! These patrols are after me.
Over there! There's one of them!
No! No! Don't shoot! This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here. This can't be happening.
Over there! There's one of those vermin! There's one of them!
No! Please! Stop! I mean you no harm. What's going on? Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
Shit, where'd it go?
Now, I can defend myself.
Kill that thing!
Who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice. Who are you? Stupid beast! Sorry.
Get your weapons ready! We
No,
found one!
please, stop! Who are you?
There's one of them!
What do you want? I mean you no harm. I need help.
Die, you fucking leech!
Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this.
Shut up, beast!
Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's...
That'll do the rest of the job.
Just leave me. The sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone. I need to find somewhere to hide. Let me go! I need to find shelter. Is anybody there? What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
Ty můžeš vypít, tak je vypít. Tak tohle nepij. Tohle už je zkažený, to nepít. To pít nebudem, to je zkažený, to ne, ty vole. Ježišmarja. Tohle pít určitě nepít.
Wait. This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Go watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it to share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
Takže to jsou
That's
zastraný zloději.
impossible.
To jsou zastraný zloději a tady je něco spapkalo asi, ty vole. Podle toho, jak to vypadá. Zastraný zlodějíčci, ty vole. Co pak máme nahoře? Zrcadlo. Neměl by vidět svůj odraz.
Dreams for the Red Queen that sleeps under crown stone, that she might linger longer, her eyes as white as snow.
Who goes there?
A prayer for the summoned by warrior song. A child born from darkness must take scent of his path.
Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
No, tady máme druhýho kreténa. Ten se zastřelil sám. Sráč, ty vole. A máme bouchačku.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing.
Jo, tohle je moje bouchačka. S jedním nábojem, jo? No tak to mě poser.
It never got easy.
Ne, nebylo to jednoduché. To mě je naprosto jasné. Takže máme revolver na levelu 2. Zatím nemáme otevřený, jasný. Tady máme nějaký lory, ty zatím nemáme. Žádný skilly nemáme. No quest, player position, teď jsme v nějaký tyhle ty, tohle to budou asi nějací, co budeme muset zabít, nebo něco podobného. No, investigation. Máme akorát nůž. Pon modules, to nemáme nic. Watch. Blood diary. Jo, takhle můžeme usnout, jo.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it.
Tohle nebude noční můra, kamaráde. Ty vole, upíři nespí, ty vole. A pokud tak musíš spát v rakvi. Ne na posteli, ty vole. Rakev, krásná, černá, dlouhá, vole, se zdobením. Dej si to v hlavě a vystřel, vole. Dělej. V hlavě, vole.
Rational thinking only.
Nazdar. Trofej. Stejně to přežiju, jsem upír, ty vole. Akorát se budu muset trošku napít, no. Tak jo, tak jdeme dál. No, máš tam díru, no. Vykrvacel, vole.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Ne, nestratil si realitu, vole, přičem.
Contains blood inside into a glowing flesh.
A evoluce, pozor. První nějaká ta dres, jasný, vole. Jasný. Jo, takhle si to odlakujem. Máme 200 healing. Jo, takhle. A tady si můžu dát něco. To znám, kolik toho mám. Jo, 85 XPček, jakože jde. Klavs, já jsem si mohl dát i tohle, viď? Mám 85, jasný, vole. Heal jasný, vole. Klavs to budou asi nějaký, ty vole, drápy nebo něco, zřejmě.
That voice in my head. If I'm not mad.
Quarantine. Reach Nordbank. Jasný, jo.
And then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Ale dole máme nějaký čerstvý masíčko! No nekecej.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Here's the leech. Here!
My head's spinning. I cannot enter.
Clever fucking beast.
shelter, to je nahoře.
It's locked.
Jak locked? Jo, tímto přepínám tohle sto.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End.
Die, vermin!
Go back home. A strength I never knew I had.
It's dead, all right. Watch yourselves! There's one of them!
This shouldn't be possible. My sinew, every fiber of my being is afire. I feel like a child learning the limits of my body.
You're mine! You leeches need killing! You're mine!
My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore. It's locked, all right.
No, ale kde jsou ty? Need you join the British ranks? No jo, klasika Anglie, jak jinak, že jo.
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable. I cannot enter. The dizziness from the jump. I can...
You cannot control it, nemůžeš... Můžu to kontrolovat, jo? Nyní.
Control it.
Nice.
It's locked.
Že mě to nepřekvapuje, že to je
It's locked, all right.
Krysa.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Tento krysu, sežerí. Tohle je tak... precizní.
What will London have to say to me? It's locked.
Jasný, tady je všechno
I've
zavřený.
so many questions unanswered. Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum?
Ty já nevím, proč na ty mrtvoly furt saháš, když tě stejně každý najde u nějaký mrtvoly a pak tě obviní z toho, že jsi to udělal ty vole. Je to naprosto katastrofa, vole.
The man has been drained of all blood. But I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant. Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. This is a slaughterhouse. It's locked. It's locked, all right.
drobný ty vole, ale já chci klíč. Proč je to zavřený? Já chci klíč. Ten cápek musí mít přece klíč, ty vole.
It's locked.
It's locked, furt it's locked, tyjo, tak to rozbij, vole. Jo, takhle to funguje. Tady je další. Nice. Aluminium. Jo. I got it. Tohle nejde. Dobrý, jdeme pro toho stráče. Jsem upír, ty vole.
Where has everyone gone? At last, a little life.
To the turquoise turtle.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now.
Whoever he may be, the killer recently entered this bar. Maybe some of the... locals saw him.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you?
I mean you no harm.
Saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word. Would anyone?
Jo, takhle, bude, vole, detektiv, vole, upírská. No dej to pryč, ty hovado jednotupý, vole, nějaký posraný kříž, ty vole, s tím do prdele, Vašku.
Well, that's something I can do for you.
Vole, v prdele. No, najednou mi nabízí židli, co ty svině jedna, vole, zasraná, vole. Vypadáš, vole, jak...
And who might you...
Pičo, 6000 XPček, jo? Bráško, tě vypiju.
Tell me, who are you?
First, tell me what you want. Then I may tell you.
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
You seem the expert. How would that be?
I have my secrets, as you have yours.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished, reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Nevím, o co to
Something
už. Ty
tells me I
sráči,
can trust you.
ty kurva, lžeš, podívej
And
se na
the
ten
feeling is
svůj
mutual.
posture, ty vole, ten svůj výraz, ty vole. Ty seš absolutní sráč,
Then help me
ty
find
vole.
the culprit.
A já chci tvoji krev, protože
I
tam máš
may.
6000
If
speček
you'll
a já ji
first tell
chci.
me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We are both chasing the same shadow.
Perhaps. This is all new to me. I'm not even certain what I'm looking for.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
Co s ním udělám? Buď to s ním skončím, anebo se zeptám, anebo nevím.
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
Tamhle je krev. A tenhle má skvělou
If
krev.
Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, the Turquoise Turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend...
Jako nevypadá to zle, jako...
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic
Není to
started.
špatný, jo. A
Tom thought
ty
the
vole,
people may
akorát
need a safe
ten
place to
začátek je
stay.
takovej, už se těším, až tam budou mít prostě ty schopnosti toho upíra, no, kompletní, ne tady ty sračky zatím, že?
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, now all these terrible murders.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some
Je to
say the
strašný.
sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog?
Jo,
What's
Sewer
that?
Jasně,
No one knows.
pejsek, to víš, že
People have
jo.
always disappeared
Ty
around these
čupko,
parts.
ty jedna svině, ty
The
kecáš.
ancients say it's
Ty
the sewer dog
kecáš,
coming out
ty
to
vole.
feed.
Jistě, he. Pejsek zabíjí tady tyhle ty.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight, and I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock
Čupka má
someone.
strach. Ta čupka má strach.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk, as usual. But my God, his eyes. His face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Tenhle srač se mi nelíbí, něco říká čumí na mě.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the canning factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Jo, já se jich musím ptát na všechny ty otázky, abych získal ten jejich XPčka, vole, posraný, vole.
Please, leave me alone. You best talk to Tom.
Kdo seš?
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
Jo. Tohle byla taky svobodná země, než přišel pan Babiš, ty vole.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Tenhle to není. Tenhle se nestráč. Ale barman možná něco ví.
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest.
Nejste
This
žíznivé,
is
jo?
going to be another
No
long
jasně,
night.
tvoje sestra by to řekla jinak. Hovado jedno.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Who is he?
William? Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most of the time.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
Look, I told you everything. Please, leave me alone.
A ještě se furt bojíš, ty kundo jedna, vole. Já jsem hodnej upír. Já chci jenom vysat tvoji krásnou kuničku. Jo. To víš, jo, vole. Co? Tu já musím jít ven, vysat.
Are they stupid or something? There's gotta be something. I've never even been to India.
Can I have some privacy, please? Please, leave me alone.
Leave me alone. Je hnusnej sráčivo, když neměl ten kříž, ty vole, tak ti vystají.
I think
It's locked, all right.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India.
it's a good thing you cannot see me now.
Things are turning for the worse around here. I told you all there was to know.
Poor Jack.
It's
He
locked.
didn't deserve this.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city. The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. What's this? Some sort of note. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Že bych šel za chviličku k prvnímu bossovi.
Over there!
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
Shut that foolish mouth of yours. You ever known McCullum to be wrong about anything?
But I've had a big part of the last 3 weeks to the day.
All the more reason to shut it, Mr. Billy. If the man says a bloodsucker's dug in here, you've but one job, and that's to find it.
Sorry, sir, no admittance. But Why do they hide where it's so damn cold? Last warning, sir!
Zmrdečku. Já ti dám last munition, vole. Já jsem upír, chápeš, brácho, vole. Se si nebudeš povídat pěkně s kamarádem. Já to zapomeň, kámo.
Stupid thing!
Ty sráči.
There's one of them vermin!
We won't see any of these bastards back here again.
To mě sere, že je nejde slemnout, vole.
Over there!
Hlavně nevím, jak se používá ta posraná zbraň, když to ten revolver nebo něco. To equipnu.
These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters.
Steady, boarder! Hold on to us! He's dead! Burn it!
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
It's locked. Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
I'm not betraying our trust. It's the Spurs.
It's locked, all right. This place reeks of bloodshed.
Oh my god. I can't stand it anymore.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Skončil zmrde.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock.
Jdi do
They
prdele!
stray without
Pune za tebou ten sráč! Ty král, ta sundala.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by Skal?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Ty vole, on je taky upír, ty vole! No tak to bylo úplně, ty vole, jasný. Stávej, ty vole, knězi. A dej ten kříž do prdele.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
Ale má strašný postřeh.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
se učit od toho starého blba.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Peníze si vezmu. Všechno tady rozbiju. Děkuji. Penízky jsou moje, díky. Tohle tady rozbijem.
I cannot enter.
Nem je to jasný, vole. Ty vole, ale jak se naučím jít? Ale musím za tu čupkou, vole, nahoru. Jak ty vyskočila tak vysoko, tak Kunda, vole, a já ne. Jedem.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
No, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
I say yes.
It seems I have little choice. But yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Tak jsme šli do Brotherhood. Zabili jsme prvního vampíra. Bez takový, jo. Celkem easy byl. Na to, že to byl první boss.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
No jaký frajer je ze mě, ty vole? Tak, jenže, já teď potřebuji zjistit. Jak se dělají, jak se vylepšují ty jak vylepším ty
You can do better than that. Nah. It's my turn.
Rotten ore, Christine. Each heart contains the seed of life. Drink at this river. Dry it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
You bastard! Didn't have the guts to fight me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Taste a life, to embrace its most intimate secrets. Such a burden, such a divine sin.
It's locked, all right.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide-and-seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have...
Apologies,
Dr. Swansea...
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Thank you, Nurse Crane. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may...
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything. And it's getting worse every day.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped from the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
So many deaths. Still more coming. I will not let you down, my boy.
It's locked.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for
resources, but we have some of the most brilliant minds in London at hand.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer for that.
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
At least that mistress of the dark.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No.
Really? Why are you here, then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'll let you get some rest, then.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
Admit it, Mortimer. Your mother had you hospitalized here because you tried to kill yourself.
Yes, it's true.
All right, then. This is the first time we've really shared information about your case. Shall we call this progress?
Call it what you want, Dr. Reed.
You can trust me. I won't report you to the authorities. My one and only concern is your health.
I guess I should thank you, then.
Can I help you in any way, Mr. Goswick?
I wrote a letter for my mother. She was supposed to read it after my death. But I suppose she doesn't have to read it now.
I see. And is this letter still near the place where you tried to take your own life?
Yes. And I don't want anyone reading my last words. I mean, I'm still here. If you bring me back that letter, then perhaps we'll talk.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
Your son wished to die, Beatrice. Why did you hide such crucial information?
Are you not aware suicide is a crime? Mortimer could be thrown in jail. I can't let that happen. I won't.
I understand you fear the legal consequences, Mrs. Goswick. But don't you realize your silence significantly affects your son's case?
All my son needs is help and comprehension. Not judgment and punishment for what he may or may not have done.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Nepotřebuji tady tu nurse, já potřebuji tu druhou nurse. Je to dročka. Doktor. Hospital full. Tady je ta čupka. S touhle potřebuji mluvit.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the...
You're right. When did... How would you...
It's serious.
How is the...
Well, not well.
Why is...
Milton's not...
Why does...
I don't...
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. I cannot enter.
Not now. Please come back later.
It's locked, all right. This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin. William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time. The flower's dying. It needs water.
Takhle, já vždycky jdu spát, tak to tam je.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Dr. Swansea asked me to collect you, Dr. Reed. Hurry up.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
Sorry. There's nothing here.
Some of the patients won't last the night without them. Honestly, sir, I'm beside myself.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street.
Oh,